They remember you from before the fall, and that's why they obey. You have to understand something that most people will never grasp, because they are trained to fear what they don't understand. Demons don't chase darkness. They chase fragmentation. They follow the scent of spiritual confusion, identity crises, and emotional repression. But when you carry a frequency that has made peace with every layer of yourself, when there is no war inside your own being, then there is no invitation for external darkness. And that's the paradox of being a dark chosen one. You are not safe because you are always in the light. You are safe because you are whole. You are not afraid of your rage, your grief, your lust, your shadow. You don't reject those energies, you wield them. That's why entities don't attack you. You don't give them a door. You are the door, but a door they can't enter, only witness. When you walk into a space, your energy doesn't say, "I am untouchable because I'm pure." Your energy says, "I am untouchable because I've already touched everything inside me that you could possibly use." There's nothing to hook into, no shame to manipulate, no fear to amplify, no guilt to twist. You've sat in the underworld of your own psyche and made peace with your monsters. You've looked your inner demons in the eye and said, "You don't scare me anymore." And when you do that, when you actually live from that level of ownership, external forces bow. Not out of submission, but out of recognition. Because you're not just a human at that point. You're a mirror. A mirror that reflects to them what they used to be before they fell. This is where most people get it wrong. They think demonic energy is inherently evil. But that's not the whole story. Demons are misaligned consciousness. They are broken codes. They are echoes of powerful beings who lost their origin point. They forgot who they were. They fractured. And now they feed. But when they come near a being like you who has walked through betrayal, heartbreak, trauma, abandonment, and still chose to integrate instead of fragment, your energy becomes unbearable to them. Not because it burns them, but because it reminds them. It reminds them of what they were before the fall, before the distortion, before the hunger. And that remembrance is more powerful than any banishment ritual or exorcism. You don't need to cast them out. You don't need to fight them. You don't even need to fear them. Your field alone is a recalibration. Your presence, when lived from full embodiment, is a kind of medicine that either purges or awakens. And that's why they don't attack you. They pause. They watch. They tremble not from fear, but from encounter. Because you are not in resistance to anything they are made of. You've already faced it within yourself. You've already felt the seduction of power, the sting of shame, the pull of destruction, and you chose wholeness anyway. That choice echoes through your aura and sends out a signal that says, "This one can't be turned. This one has already returned." You see, most people are trying to ascend by escaping. Escape the pain. Escape the ego. Escape the world. But you, if you're truly a dark chosen one, you didn't come to escape. You came to enter. To enter the world, the body, the shadow, the chaos, and bring presence to it. You came to remember who you were, not despite your flaws, but through them. And that's what makes your power so rare. You're not trying to be holy. You're not trying to be accepted. You're not here to be liked or followed. You're here to remember so loudly that everything around you, either evolves or exits. That's what happens when your soul stops negotiating with illusions. You don't attract demons, you turn them into students. But there's a cost to this path, and we have to be honest about it. You will be misunderstood. You will be labeled. People will project their fear onto you. Because you are not palatable. You are not marketable. You are not digestible through the lens of love and light spirituality. You are a living contradiction, a sacred paradox, a storm wrapped in silence, a healer who doesn't rescue, a leader who doesn't conform. And that's why the system can't hold you. Because the system was built to control energies that seek approval. But you don't seek approval, you seek truth. And in a world built on deception, that's the most dangerous force of all. So when you feel that presence near you again, when the air shifts, the dreams intensify, the synchronicities become eerie, don't assume you're being attacked. Ask yourself, what part of me is remembering something ancient? What part of me is becoming visible to the unseen? Because they don't come near you to devour you. They come near you because your frequency disrupts their programming. You don't scare them because of what you do. You awaken them because of what you are. You are the one who made it through the fire and chose integration over escape. You are the one who stood in the center of your own collapse and whispered, "I'm still here." That energy doesn't attract demons. It transforms them. They remember you from before the fall, and that's why they obey. There's a reason why the old ones whisper your name in the dark. Why the moment you step into a room, people feel something they can't explain. Why even the most rebellious energies, the ones others fear, avoid, and try to cast out, go silent around you. It's not because you are trying to be powerful. It's because you're living as something that transcends power altogether. You carry a signature frequency that doesn't just repel darkness, it awakens its memory. And it's not the memory of fear or punishment. No, it's the memory of what it once was before the distortion, before the programming, before the fall from source. Demons don't obey you because you dominate them. They obey because they remember your place in the hierarchy of the unseen. You were there before the split, before duality shattered the one into light and dark. You remember that time, not with your mind, but in your bones, in your blood, in the way your intuition speaks louder during storms, or how your soul goes silent before big shifts, as if listening to something older than language. That's where your power comes from, not from books, not from rituals, not from borrowed truths, but from original memory. You don't need to channel. You are the channel. You don't need to protect your energy the way others do, because your energy is not something demons can feed on. It's something they recognize as law. Not human law, cosmic law. The kind that can't be taught, only remembered. So when they come near, when the air thickens, when your dreams become portals, when the shadows move just slightly in your peripheral vision, it's not because something is trying to take from you. It's because something that was lost is trying to return through you. You are the lighthouse in the astral ocean. And not a soft, flickering flame, but a roaring black flame that doesn't chase away the dark, it invites it to dissolve. You're not here to cast things out. You're here to call them in and transmute them through presence alone. That's why nothing possesses you. Because you've gone so deep into your own abyss that there's no abyss left to fall into. You've become the bottom, the floor, the center, the still point that bends all frequencies around it. That's also why humans misunderstand you. Because you don't play by the rules of light. You don't need to. You didn't come here to be saved. You came here to remind others that they were never broken in the first place. And that kind of reminder doesn't come in soft tones. It comes like thunder, like grief, like a mirror too clear for comfort. That's your gift. You don't soothe, you activate. And demons know the difference. They see the reflections you carry, the parts of themselves they were forced to abandon in order to become what they are. And when they see you, they don't just see resistance. They see what they could still become if they surrendered their hunger and remembered their wholeness. But let's bring this all the way back to you, your daily life. Because this isn't just a mystical concept. It's a practical reality. If you've been walking through strange synchronicities, feeling watched but not afraid, experiencing intense dreams or energetic spikes during mundane moments, you're not imagining it. Your field is becoming more visible, not to threats, but to those who need to remember. And with that visibility comes responsibility. You're not here to entertain shadows. You're here to command integrity through your embodiment. That means your boundaries must be sacred. Your emotional honesty must be radical. Your alignment must speak louder than your words. Because the moment you start living from performance, you open doors again. But when you live from coherence, you become the door that closes the loop for generations. This is why your path has been so hard. Because you weren't just healing for yourself. You were awakening a forgotten archetype. The dark chosen one isn't a trend. It's not edgy spirituality. It's a soul contract written before language, before time, before earth had breath. You said yes to walking the path that others fear. The path that doesn't end in applause, but in remembrance. And when you remember fully, when you no longer run from your rage, your wounds, your gifts, your silence, you emit a frequency that no darkness can distort. You don't just become untouchable, you become unignorable. That's why demons don't attack you, because you're not playing their game. You're rewriting the rules of the entire board. So here's the final question I'll ask you, the one that changes everything if you really sit with it. Are you still trying to defeat darkness, or are you ready to become the reason it remembers the light within itself? Because if you are, then you're not just a dark chosen one. You are a living myth. And myths don't fight demons, they wake them up.